Okay, greetings everyone. This your soul brother Talib, and as you know me best from the platform of Reality Temples on Earth, aka Operation Exodus in Mississippi, with our number one soul brother, Angel Snup Snup 7. And this video is just going to be a quick general discussion. Now, I made one yesterday, last night, but of course I made a mistake and deleted it. So unfortunately, even though I only got 3 views on that video so far, uh, whoever was planning on hopefully watching in it or was gonna tune in, just ain't gonna be able to see it. But I apologize for that. We make mistakes, especially with this technology complication sometimes that goes on. So this is just another video to replace that. But however, I um I was basically talking about our plight, which I'm going to resumely talk about again in this video. And our plight is people's soul and what's going on with us in this country as far as our situation is concerned, and what we're dealing with in this time of pandemic. I kind of still watch social media, but like I said, I don't get involved with it as much as to the extent like I used to. But I do see the shenanigans and the buffoonery that still goes on within black YouTube land and black social media land in general. And it's just sickening, especially in a time like this, where we're still constantly tearing each other down. Uh, you know, uh, and just to consider the fact when odds is stacked against us 1,000%, throughout this entire country. And I mean, black people, you know, I'm like this. I've kind of given up on you, on us. I really have. Even though my creation of the Mississippi campaign is no the creation I helped brother Angel Snup Snup 7 with. Far as the Mississippi campaign, let me make that clear. It's still on the table. But I've basically given up on black people. I really have, and I have really, you know, just basically threw my hands up. I really have because I see a lot of stuff that goes on with us, continually, even during this, COVID-19 pandemic, where it's more of us dying than anybody else that is in this country. Uh, you know, we still have to deal with this racism, of course. During the meantime, we still have to deal with all the other indiscriminate odds that's stacked against us. Like I said, basically before, and we just constantly busy scrambling around. Like I said, tearing each other down, especially in a reckless manner, and we are, just we are a destroyed people. I mean, and that's no doubt. And those who have said it before definitely did not lie. We are definitely a destroyed people, and this is why we have no one respects us. This is why we have no you know, foundation as a people to where anybody could respect us by, and this is why we keep getting, the same, treatment that we keep getting, especially by the racists in this country. And I mean, this is why we keep getting gunned down every day by the police, by the racist police, by the racists in general in the streets of America. This is why we keep getting attacked. This is why we keep, you know, getting disrespected, spit on, stepped on, and all that because we don't have no respect for ourselves or each other. We don't have no type of love for each other, no concern for each other. As a community, we don't even protect our elderly, which we are the only group in this country as a people who don't protect our elderly. And we don't protect our women, of course, and we don't even have no protection shield for our babies and our children. So I mean, it's an all-out attack on us, and we're helping by doing a good job to contributing to this factor. And so I really that's why I say I summarily have given up on black people. You know, I have actually summarily given up on black people, and I mean really, you know, because I was done with that so-called pro-black conscious stuff a long time ago. But just period, just trying to help, in my own way to contribute to the upliftment of us as a people. I basically kind of given up. I mean, and just living in a smaller city here in the Midwest, uh, that's predominantly white Caucasian, Caucasian white, I'm steadily finding myself being attacked, not only by the racists here or having to deal with the racism here every day that I step out my door, but also the fact that I have to deal with, attacks from my own kind here, for no reason. I mean, and that's of course out of self-hatred, you know, and the fact that I don't even associate, with as many other black people here because I see that they don't have that mindset like I have, or that are like minded as myself. So I don't really too much deal with them, and I don't really deal with the stuff that they are negatively involved with, especially on the street level, And they are, you know what I'm saying? I have to put up with unnecessary flack from them, because of self hatred, jealousy, envy, you know, um, just all that craziness, and it's just like I said before, I've kind of given up on black people in this country, and when I do get myself in a position, to do what I must do to help sustain my own personal life, uh, you know, I hope to one day not even have to even, be around other dark skinned people, so who I also refer to as dark skinned descendants of slaves born in America. I'm not talking about Africans, I'm not talking about West Indians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, or other black and brown Hispanics. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about the people that I come from, you know, that I was born into, that I come from, which is dark skinned descendants of slaves born here in the United States of America. And I just hope I don't have to even, that one day I could just put my myself in a position that I don't even have to come across them. I mean, because there's so much ignorance among us. And I know you're going to say after you watch this video that I'm speaking too negative or that I'm being too critical of other black people, but hey, it is what it is. I'm telling the truth. I'm not saying this out of self-hatred. I'm not saying this out of envy or, you know what I'm saying, or out of, frustration. I'm saying this because this is the truth. This is the truth. Okay? I put it straight like that I'm speaking on. And it's just crazy, and the fact that, you know, I have to worry about even sort of more so of black people than I have to worry about the races, even where I'm at. Here in this part of the country that I live in, and and it's bad. It's one thing to be in an urban metropolitan area where it's more blacks and you have to worry about being victimized by your own kind, but you have to worry about that here in the Caucasian white predominant area, a location, and that's bad. That's really bad. It's bad when it's that way, And here it is, we're up under more attacks as a minority in this location where I'm at, as we are in very many other smaller or isolated pockets of America where it's not that many of us at, and we still will attack each other at all costs before we even, concentrate our energies toward dealing with this enemy that's constantly at our throat every day, and it's just crazy. But that's what that slave mentality would do to us, and this is why I have no, like I said, I really don't care what happened to a lot of black people. Honestly, I really don't care no more. I don't care even if a lot of us do get killed. And I'm saying that lot literally in the sense of its actual meaning. I really don't care, because a lot of us, like someone by the name of Prophet Truth would say, is better off dead anyway, you know? And that's just a fact of the matter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't, you know, I mean, here it is, a lot of us who even got shot by the police or killed by a racist cop was on our way to victimizing another black person, which I've spoken about in the past in certain other videos I've been in, and that's the truth of the matter. You know, we be on our way to victimize other black people. And as soon as the law catch up with us and end up killing uh, some of us, you know, then you want to get those out there in the street, especially the family members, talking about how such of a good young man or young woman this person was, but they was on their way to victimizing another black person. See? But people don't want to talk about that type of stuff though. And I mean, it just is what it is. And like I said before, hey, I don't have no you know, like I say, qualms about what I'm saying. Even in this video, I don't have no qualms about that. Because it is, as someone would say, it is what it is, and I don't really care, you know. In a way, and even though dealing with the racists is one thing, but I honestly, like I've said in the past before, and on another flip coin side of it, I'm okay being somewhere where it ain't a lot of other black people. where I will have to deal with more ignorance among our people that comes with it, you know? So, I really, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of fine with, in a way, with where I'm at and where I may be headed in the future, geographically. Because where I'm at, I don't plan on being here for the rest of my life, okay? And, uh, and I will be looking to relocate in the future, in the near future, but I definitely would not be going nowhere where I would even have to see as many, or rather to say, as the few of the black people that I do run into, because I mean, like I say, most of them here is on some Negatron stuff anyway, you know, and a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, they just out there doing what they do. Like they call nigger stuff, they just doing what they do, and I just don't, have no tolerance and patience for it. I'm in my early 50s. I done been through all that, I done seen and been through the ringers myself, and seen what life is like that, and it's not no pretty sight, and it ain't nothing to be proud of, nor proud to speak of, in any kind of way, and also too, I mean, I just don't have time for it, and it's like, I have no, and I tell you, you know, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not no fan of the prison system either. Okay, I'm not no fan of the penal system or the criminal justice system, which also is permeated by white supremacy and racism in this society. But also, I would like to say that there are those among us as dark-skinned people of soul who do need to be in those type of penal institutions, and rightfully so, because they are a danger to our community. They are a danger. I mean, especially when it comes to the safety of our elders, our children, and our women. They are a danger. And when it comes to the victimization of other, black males in our community, they are a danger. They need to be where some of them are already at, incarcerated in the penal system, you know. And I'll say that again. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the system because I know the racial disparities from first and second hand that goes on in the system, okay? But at the same time, some of these people need to be put away, because they're no good to themselves and no one else. Especially if no racist cop takes them out first, you know, or someone else takes them out. They need to be incarcerated, and that's just a simple fact, because they are very, like I say, they're very, dangerous. And like I said, you have to worry about more of them than you have to worry about the racists. And that's just a fact. Look at what goes on in places like my hometown of Detroit, like Chicago, which is nearby there. You know, Gary, Indiana. Atlanta, Georgia. You know, Newark, New Jersey. You know, Bed-Stuyvesant, Bronzeville, Brooklyn, the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, Compton, Oakland, you know, uh, Southeast San Diego, which I'm very familiar with, you know. Uh, you know what I'm saying? I mean, New Orleans. I mean, you know, and the list goes on. I mean, you know, so I mean, we we're totally just desecrated all over the place, you know. And like I said, we don't have no defense against these outside forces that is trying to totally eliminate us. Like they were trying to totally eliminate the Jews during the time of Nazi Germany, you know? And that's just a fact. You know, we don't have no kind of defense, but we steady at each other's throats constantly, every day, you know, doing what we do, you know, killing each other. Like I said, and it's like then we expect somebody to, you know, agree that Black Lives Matter when it really don't matter to us, first and foremost, before it should matter to somebody else, you know? And this is why I say that you know, we really are you know, we are in a situation where we definitely don't have no defense whatsoever. And if we are in the position right now, if the racists really wanted to just go on and wipe us out, they could. I mean, it's supposed to be either they say 36 million of us or 44 plus million of us, or however many it is, they could wipe us out. You know, they got all these concentration camps around the country, you know, which people still taking for a game, like it's some kind of conspiracy theory, you know, and they got these mass graves waiting on us too, you know. But I mean, we keep that taking things for a game, thinking it's some kind of game, you know. This is not no game. You see how they acting toward us during this COVID-19 pandemic, and we warned you from this platform, even long before COVID, that you know this nation could seize the right opportunity at the right given time to really have their way with black people. And we see, even to this point, look at what kind of nut we got in the White House as a president. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying, you know, and I'm gonna tell you, forbid if he get reelected, woo, which I seriously doubt at this point. But if he do get reelected, woo, black people think they really in a terrible position. Just think of how much worse it can get for us. You know, the way this country is going right now. You know, and I mean, it's like but the fact is, during the meantime, we don't have no defense for none of this. You know, we don't have no defense at all. You know, and this is one reason why I helped introduce the Mississippi campaign so that we could have some protection put around us. But that idea fell on deaf ears. But it's still on the table. But hey, I'm just saying, you know, you you just taking things for a joke, like it's some kind of joke, and this is not a joke. This is for real. We're actually really are being destroyed. I mean, you know, and then you know these people that's having these illegitimate babies in the black community, as you call it, or among us as dark skinned people or so. I mean, it's disproportionate. It's just over disproportionate. You know, just proportionately. Just it's just out of control with the birth of these illegitimate babies, where you just leaving them to be slaughtered, just like many of us, including myself, that was born into this racist society with dark skin, was left to be, eaten for slaughter. you know, just like our parents who came before us, just like they parents who came before them, they parents who came before them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just a continuing generational cycle with us. When we don't have no plan or no defense against this, that's been going on for over 400 years against us. And it's like, I mean, man, whenever we gonna get it, you know? So, I've gotten to the point where, hey, I'm tired of even trying to figure it out. Which I do basically have the answer to that question is that we're still in a slave-like condition. And when people are in a slave-like condition, they do what slaves do, you know? And like someone say, what can you expect when a slave do the things that a slave do, you know? So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. And I really, like I say, I can only live my life and do what I need to do. But other than that, you know, we, and those of us who do or think we know, but you haven't come to the table to shed light on that to where we could get this situation rolling where we could do something to put up a defense against what we're facing, imminently as a threat toward us as black people, then hey, you know, we just gonna keep on dying off. And if more of us don't go to prison first, we're gonna just simply keep dying off. Or if we don't eventually, get ushered to the concentration camps and to the ravine, you know, then either way, we're gonna keep getting destroyed. You know, as they say, the process of elimination, yeah, that's gonna keep facing us. So, I mean, hey, I really don't care. And I just want to add another thing too. Eventually, before I close out in this video, as far as those who are black people, I'm talking about dark-skinned descendants of slaves born in America. I ain't talking about no Africans, no African immigrant, no West Indians, black or brown Hispanics. I'm talking about black Americans, African Americans, or whatever we refer to ourselves as dark-skinned people or so. That's who I'm talking about, okay? Because from this platform, that's what we're mainly concerned with. It's dark-skinned descendants of slaves born in America. But as I was going to say, is that those of us who have, made a unquote exodus out of America, whether we went to the so-called African continent, or we've, migrated or immigrated to places over in Asia, or even Europe, or Central and South America, or even some of us who have moved across the border, into neighboring countries, hey, I salute you. Because at least you had sense enough to get the hell out of America. You know? And regardless of what people say about you and their opinions, I salute you. Because you had the courage. And it takes courage to move and relocate from one country to another country. That takes courage. And a lot of black Americans don't travel like that unless they're in the military or unless they got the money to be able to afford to do that. you know. But a lot of us are not inclined internationally like that, and that's sad, because of how we've been so programmed to, the to stay in America because we've been programmed all our lives to think that America is the all beginning and the all ending. And that's just not the case. It's a bigger world than America out there, And from my understanding, those black expatriates that have left here have said many times, I've heard, how different their lives have been since they left America, how their lives has been since they left America, and how they don't have to deal with the ramifications of what it is to be black here in America when they do go abroad, overseas, or to other countries outside of the United States, And I mean, hey, and that's the reason why I say I salute them, because we ain't over here trying to do nothing to change our condition. So why stay here and deal with this constantly stuff that comes along with being, a dark skinned descendant of a slave born here in America? Why just stay here and put up with it? If I could afford to do it, I'll leave this country myself. And hopefully one day I hope I could come to that point of being able to, because there's nothing here but death, but darkness awaiting us because we don't have no defense. And any human in their right mind would not want to continue on living like that or even being in that type of existence. I don't care who it is, you know. You know, I mean, many of us would say, and I do have an issue, with that. But hey, everyone has a right to their own opinions when it comes to, us having the right to stay in this country because our ancestors built this country. But our ancestors didn't get nothing from building this country, just like we ain't get nothing, as far as benefits go. When it comes to equality and justice as a people in this country, So, I mean, I do have an issue with that, but that's another topic, another subject for another time and another situation. If anybody would want to engage me on that, but really, like I said, at the same time, I really don't even have time for that because all this back and forth dealing with us as a people is crazy anyway. It's really crazy and it's pathetic. And the argument usually don't get nowhere because people get emotional. People want to go to threatening people, talking reckless and crazy to people over social media and all that other kind of stuff, which has resulted in violence, even people losing their life, and all kind of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, at the same on the same token, I really don't, have time for the shenanigans in that sense at all. I don't. And that's why you don't see me constantly every day or off and on a more usual basis on YouTube like that, because I see it's really just a waste of time. It really is. It's a waste of time. And but what I'm seeing as far as what's going on with us as a people, I mean, we are very I mean, we're caught up in a situation where we just don't have no winning chance because we refuse to unite. We refuse to unite on any common cause, and for whatever reason, and we're just too divided. We just too divided. And like I say, I know that there are gonna be some who gonna disagree with certain things I say, like in other videos, but I'm good with that because everyone has the right to their own opinion about that. And like I said, we're free thinkers on this platform. You know, so everyone has a right to their own opinion. And those that are not on this platform has a right to their own opinion. But at the same time, the reality is that what I'm speaking about and what's going on is why I have my reasons of saying what I'm saying. You know, and it's just that simple. And I mean, here it is. You got us. We talking about uniting with those in Africa who really don't give a damn about us, as far as black people over here in America, and have shown it, and even those who come over here as immigrants from the continent have shown that, and here it is, we steady trying to call ourselves wanting to unite with them, but can't even unite with each other. Can't even unite with the man or woman next door to us, because we want to blow their head off over some ignorant reason, you know, or we don't like, we can't even, overcome our differences because somebody wearing a different color on their body, far as clothes go, or because somebody got their head hat turned around a certain way, or some other nonsense. We can't even get along, socially as so-called Black Americans, but we want to try to unite with Nigerians and Kenyans and Ghanaians and Cameroonians and Ugandans and Tanzanians, and you know what I'm saying, and the list goes on. Or we want to try to unite with Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, and Dominicans, but we can't even unite with each other on no common basis whatsoever. And I mean, it's just pathetic. It really is pathetic. It really is pathetic with what we are as a people in this country. And then you wonder why other black people want to move out the black neighborhoods and go to the suburbs or whatever, so they could, so them and their families could feel safe from the nigger stuff that goes on in the black community, as you say, you know? No wonder why. Because I used to criticize black people that did that myself, but I see why they did it, you know? No one wants to be around savagery like that in their right mind. I don't. And no one else in their right mind does. So, I mean, like I said before, I mean, I just have to just speak the truth for what it is. And that's just that simple. And, I'm not going to, sugarcoat it in no kind of way. I'm going to keep it straightforward and direct and real. And that's what we do here at Reality Temple on Earth. You know, we keeps it, as someone say, real. So, I mean, hey, I ain't gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. I mean, it's just crazy. We stay up here, we talk about what's wrong with us as a people, what ain't right with us, But we ain't trying to do nothing solidly to change this for once and for all. Far as what's wrong with us as a people go, and we just want to complain and whimper like a bunch of babies and all this other crap and cry over spilt milk like a baby when someone don't agree with what we saying or whatever, and all this other nonsense. So I mean, hey, I could care less right now at this point what what goes on with black people in this country. I really can. And that's why, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that goes on and that's still been going on even since George Floyd, you know. That was just very recently ago, not too long ago, and I haven't spoken on it because I could care less right now at this point what's happening with us. I really can. And you know, like I say, we don't even care about our own selves, our own families. You know, we treat each other as far as black families go, or the black family structure in this country go, as we may say, as some may say, the black family structure is totally disunified, desecrated. We can't even get along as families, and that's a damn shame. I know that's going on in my own family, and I know it's going on in many other black families. But we just can't even get along, and that's just bad, you know, killing each other and doing all the kind of stuff, and then don't sit up in here and tell me that when this happens in other races or other cultures, we're not them people. I don't care nothing about what's going on with another race or culture right now. When we are at the worstest point as a group of people in this country than we ever were in the history of our 400 something year existence in this nation. I don't care to hear what's going on with other groups of people. That's not my concern. But with that said, I'm gonna send a shout out to our brother Angel Snup Snup 7, our number one soul brother Angel Snup Snup 7, and our sister Noble Levine, and keep supporting her book called God is on Trial, and also our sister Tangi, who's just joined our platform recently. Shout outs also to those of you who will be watching this video once it's posted. And with that said, I'm out of here in peace.